Hello, beautiful light beam. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about what the Earth Medicine Co. product range is all about. Because really, it's so much more than just another healthcare range or a bunch of selected teas and so forth. And the intention behind all the products really is for them to be potent medicines that support your well-being, your balance, but also your alignment, empowerment, and finding your Dharma. And this is where everything comes together, where, when we work on our success, well-being, enlightenment, you name it, we don't just work with a product. We also don't just work with a tool or a modality, or we do this one thing and we're there. No, it's a holistic approach to really up-level, to grow, to expand, to heal, transform, and empower. There's so many different components that are working together, and it is a really holistic symbiosis and process. And so these products are formulated carefully by me as a qualified Ayurvedic practitioner, holistic health coach. I've been in those realms for 6-7 years now professionally, and have had different product ranges before. And so over the last year, so that was in 2020, I started to really refine and nail down a few formulas that can be very beautifully potent and specific for certain ailments. And so the range includes a few different medicinal teas, and again, all of them are medicinal and therapeutic. It's not just you're drinking beautiful tea that tastes good, or a leaf tea or a root tea. They all have a certain affinity for a certain ailment. My particular focus is to pacify the nervous system. That's what I do within my one-on-one work with people, within my programs, my mentoring sessions, my consults. And you find that many of these products really help along those lines as well. And that's very much of a blanket term, because our nervous system really governs everything else, as does our endocrine system. And again, we're back at this same topic of symbiosis and synergy and an holistic approach. So we do have different tea blends. I'm just going to go very quickly into them before I do separate videos over the next little while, introducing each and every product a little bit more in depth. So for the teas, for example, we have an Agni and liver chai. And by the way, all the product packaging is biodegradable. This entire pack is biodegradable, or reusable, recyclable, or these are glass jars, bottled sprays, and so forth. The Agni and liver chai is not only caffeine-free, so it's supporting your adrenals and your nervous system and your endocrine system, but it's actually supporting your liver and your Agni or digestive fire. So in that sense, it is a beautiful medicinal remedy to help your absorption rate, to help your metabolism, and basically your ojas and vitality and optimal functioning of your body. Then we have a few different things that are related to hormones, and one of the teas is the PMS and Moontime tea that I might actually rename just into hormone and Moontime tea, because PMS, that's a different story, but I think so many of those symptoms like PMS occur only if we're not living in sync with our cycles, and therefore if we balance our life, we balance our hormones, and beautiful products like this can be so assisting in it. Not only is this tea super damn tasty, but it can literally be a beautiful ally for you to reach for whenever you need it, acutely or otherwise, to really combat any symptoms, be that menstrual, hormonal, mood, and otherwise. Uterine tonic, reproductive, and so forth. Other teas are the calm and focus, and it's always so hard to name a product and for it to represent all that it is in a name. It's not possible, right? Calm and focus sounds so simple, but this beautiful blend relaxes your nervous system. It's a brain tonic. It brings clarity. It brings your focus. It brings your extra grounding. It helps to calm the stress response, but it's also having a little bit of an affinity for your pineal and pituitary gland because of all those other affinities. Lots of beautiful nervine herbs in here, like tulsi, brahmi. Also, about 90% more, probably 95% of the ingredients we use are organic, and we're in the process of really starting to home grow a lot more of the herbs than we currently are as well. All right, and then there's another tea, which is the Vata tea. And that is a beautiful, again, medicinal one that's grounding to the nervous system, and it's hydrating, not just to the skin, to your digestive system. So it will improve your digestion, it will improve your absorption, it will improve your metabolism, it will help a scattered mind and literally give you the juju needed to come back into your body and your grounding. So we also have herbal capsules. That would have helped if I didn't just show you the, those packs, but there's more videos to come. This one here being shatavari, which is a beautiful female rejuvenative, and it's also an adaptogen. We have ashwagandha. We have 𝚘𝚊𝚛, which is a beautiful, very ancient and powerful Ayurvedic herb mix that is toning, detoxifying, rejuvenating, and so forth. And we also do custom herbal blends and tinctures, if I may show you. That's all the single herb tinctures in there, the bases I work with. However, custom blends I usually incorporate with clients I'm working with, so I can be sure that I really suggest and administer what's particularly right to you, down to the root. Okay. So other products include, for example, Ayurvedic facial care, or this is herbal and organic, like a bamboo exfoliant scrub, a revitalizing spray, a liquid gold, and they are all medicated essentially in therapeutic oils. There's another beautiful oil, the bottle is not here, it's ᗚ. Tiny little guy. ᗚ also, that's basically medicated sinus drops or nose drops, and they are incredibly powerful again for cognitive function, for improving memory, pineal, pituitary gland, and so forth. There's so much more to it than just a little pretty bottle with a couple of herbs in it, right? We get yoni steaming herbs, beautiful affinities for as a uterine tonic, as a reproductive, rejuvenative, and so forth. We got a bunch of different tinctures, and here's 2 of those bottles. Currently there's 4, and there's more coming, and there's always custom ones, as I mentioned, available. And that's a cleanse and detox tincture that, for example, really helps to cool down and detoxify the blood, right? It's a beautiful one to pacify pitta dosha, excess heat in the body. And there is another one that is called pitta pacifying, or I used to call it luscious locks, and I think I might bring it back to it. And that is because luscious locks has an affinity for hair growth, revitalization, hair regrowth, and strengthening, taking the heat out of the scalp, improving eyesight, brain function, and so forth. So that one has a particular affinity to cool the pitta heat from the top of the body, and therefore certain particular effects. This tincture is a cycle-soothing tincture. Goes very well with the tea I showed you, with the yoni steaming herbs. Incredible results we've already had for menstrual cramps or irregular periods, for all sorts of reproductive related symptoms and hormone imbalances, and so forth. Another beautiful tincture is the nourishing nervine, for example, and that is so versatile. As the name says, again, that's a beautiful one that is relaxing the nervous system. But as a result of that, it improves sleep, it stabilizes energy, it helps with hormone balance, a stress response, with being more calm and focused, being grounded in your being rather than up in your head. So therefore it can help with, soothing symptoms such as anxiety and so forth. And I'm going to stop it there because I could keep talking about all these products for days and days on. But basically our main categories are teas, tinctures, oils, and a few little bits and bobs like herbs that you use for steaming or eating or taking, and you name it. And all of them for therapeutic use in a holistic context. Because the reality is, especially the times you're moving through right now that are straining on our being and body and our soul, we need to support ourselves where we can. And we cannot be at our best, absolute best, and access our full potential spiritually or in business, or achieve all the success and be fully empowered if we're not looking after our physical temple at the same time, and vice versa. For true empowerment and true alignment and really finding and living your Dharma and absolute authentic well-being, we always got to tackle everything at the same time. So therefore we create this beautiful synergy of body, mind and spirit, and want to use the tools that can support all of them. And this is why I'm really starting to incorporate this range more and more into everything else I'm doing. If you're curious, check out our online shop. There's more info on each product. Feel free to get in touch with me, and happy days.